Got a visitor today. Hi there, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. My name's VinPF, and on today's episode we're out in the back garden again, as we did a few years ago, because in the UK we are suffering from a little bit of heat. Now I know I'm going to be preaching to the choir on this one a lot. I know a lot of you are from very hot places, but in the UK we're not equipped to deal with this kind of heat. The insides don't have any air conditioning whatsoever, so we really struggle. Hence, I'm outside now, just trying to get a little bit of coolness in the evening. I guess you could say overcastness, but it's about 30 odd degrees out here at the moment, but never mind. Today's whiskey, we have the Woodford Reserve. Now this is a good one for me, and I'm going to show you right from the start so I can leave them down here and not get them again. But I've got my bottle of it here, as you can see, getting pretty low. And I've also got another bottle, sealed, ready to go. So if you're not into watching the whole review, then you can see why I've got another bottle already, because it's pretty damn good, I think, for the price. Now, this is a bourbon, quite clearly a bourbon. So it's meant to be 51% corn plus a bit extra. This is the straight Kentucky bourbon vibes. This one is actually 72% corn and 18% rye with 10% malted barley in there to get everything going. It's a distillery. A Woodford Reserve distillery is owned by the Brown-Forman Corporation, which owns massive things like Jack Daniels and Scotch kind of versions. We've got like Ben Riach and Glendronach, stuff like that. So they're a pretty big, huge company. Now let's get onto this whiskey itself and see what we've got inside it, shall we? See if it's any good, if it's worth the money. Now, for my nose, it's a pretty simplistic bourbon, pretty characteristic of kind of standard bourbon flavours. So you've got lots of oak in there, you've got lots of vanilla in there. For me, this is kind of extra edge of marzipan in there as well, which is interesting enough, but I'm not a huge fan of the marzipan vibe, but I kind of like it in this. It's a bit of a weird thing. Let's try on the palate. Now, it's not really a surprising palate, more of the same, more vanillas, more oak, but you're getting those kind of spices through, so kind of peppery spiciness that is really, I guess, the rye coming through. It's only a small amount of rye really, but that's really what's giving it the edge here, a bit of interest. Now the finish isn't particularly long, it's about medium-y, I would say. Nice spicy finish, but overall it's just generally okay. Now, a couple of things we need to talk about. In the UK it's roughly £30, in the US it's roughly $30. So already there's a bit of a kind of a bargain being struck there. You know, the exchange rate means that we're paying a little bit more there when you convert it. But here's the real big thing. In the UK we're getting this at 43.2% ABV, and in America, and probably a few other territories as well, you're getting this for 45.2, so what, 90.4 proof. But also, I'll wager you're getting a 750 milliliter bottle, whereas we only get the 70. So not only are you getting the good conversion, you're also getting all of the extra vibes as well, which really make the difference. Over here, yeah, you could call this an expensive whiskey because it's getting into the £30 mark. You can get much cheaper whiskies, you can get much cheaper bourbons. But this is the kind of first foray into this kind of premium spirit, I think, that people should go for if they're looking at moving on. I constantly meet people that say, I like whiskey, I like a JD and Coke. Well, this is kind of one of those whiskies that I put them onto to get them off of that. You know, like, sure, enjoy your whiskey however you like. If you like your JD and Coke, it's no problem. But if you're looking to expand that out a little bit more, then you want to be trying something like this, just with a little bit of added interest. So, as I said at the start, I've got a second bottle already lined up. That means that I like it right from the start, because I need, when it gets low like this, I'll show again. When it gets low like this, I start to feel pretty sad, especially if I've liked the bottle. And like I said, it hasn't really blown my mind per se, but it's just a nice, reasonably priced dram. I probably picked that up because I picked it up for a little bit cheaper than I probably should have got it for, maybe £27-28 in deal or a yellow ticket deal or whatever. So I would say if you're interested in it in remotely, then Go and check it out for those deal prices. Don't spend over the odds. I've seen it upwards of £35. It's probably not worth it when it starts going up that high. But if you're in the States, check it out for less than $30. Why not? Oh, he's a big boy. Joey says goodbye. No, he doesn't.